me, Suman Agarwal, co-founder and director of Image Consulting Business Institute. And with me, we have a very special guest, yet another image consultant and a soft skills trainer from ICBI. And she hails from Ujjain. And her name is Dr. Aayushi Badjatya. So let us see what we have in store for you today. And for all those people who are joining in for the first time, I would like to tell you that this live session basically is for the image consultants who are certified by ICBI, image consultants and soft skills trainers. So I invite all my students who have successfully got certified as an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, and we have a conversation with them and we understand what they are doing in life post their certification, how they are exploring the idea of being an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, and how successfully they are doing this work in the market. So let us see if Aayushi is already here, and let me invite her for the conversation if she's already here. If she's not, she'll be joining in a bit. How are you all doing? All right, so I think Aayushi is here, and let me see. Aayushi, if you could just send in a request, then I can add you in this conversation. Okay, so she is here and she'll be joining in just a minute. Hi, Aayushi.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
How are you
I'm
doing?
absolutely
Very well, very well.
yeah. So can you please make sure that my voice is heard? If you can just give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear
Yes, ma'am. I
me?
can hear you.
Fantastic. So you are based out of
Yes.
Ujjain. Amazing. And how's the market in Ujjain?
Mahakal and like Ujjain and nearby there is Indore. So it's a developing city, and there is in last 5 years there a lot happened in the city, and it's developing day by day. And I'm bringing image consultancy to Indore and Ujjain now. So yes, the journey.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So tell us about your life before you actually, or actually before ICBI happened to you.
Well, after joining ICBI, my trajectory totally changed. But when I joined ICBI, before that, I just graduated from Government Dental College. I did my internship, and it was during COVID I graduated. So all highs and lows were there altogether. I did my COVID duties before it, and it was impractical to open a clinic at that point of time. So I started exploring, and when I joined ICPI, just before that, I was preparing for UPSC, and then
Oh,
ICPI happened to me,
okay.
and my whole life changed after that. So yeah.
So how did you make that shift from doing something that you were planning, and then suddenly, image consulting came in your life? And let me tell everybody here that you are also a dental surgeon.
Yeah.
So you are a doctor by profession, you are a dental surgeon, and then how did you bring, or how did you marry dental surgery with image consulting and soft
Well,
skills?
it's really fun, wonderful, and a very passionate story of mine. It brings my childhood, my passion all together. So when I did dentistry, I gave it 200% in dentistry while I did my internship from Government Dental College. And when I asked myself that will I be able to do this work for rest of my life? Will I enjoy that? And the answer was no. So from that point onwards, I started exploring. And I love reading a lot of stuff. So I just thought, okay, let's give a try to UPSC. But when I got indulged in the preparation, I was always anxious. The process was not that enjoyable. And just before a day of my exam, I decided that no, if I'm not enjoying the process, how can I enjoy the result after that? And I just gave up a day before my exam that okay, if I got clear, I will be stuck in a loop, and that I don't want. And at that point of time, I was researching about ICBI, so I had a gut feeling somewhere that okay, this is somehow gonna work. So that's how ICBI happened, and whenever it comes to dentistry, a lot of people comes to us for confidence issue. They were very concerned about how they look when they smile or speak. So there was something about confidence in dentistry. And when image consulting happened to me, I was so able to relate that when I was in my teenage years, I was facing same issues of low self-esteem, and there was no one to counsel me at that point of time. So, I just connected the dots and everything just happened very smoothly. It was a bit tricky to explain initially, but yeah, it was a blessing in disguise.
Awesome. And let me tell you, Ayushi, that we have at least about 25 dental surgeons who have done the program with ICBI. So that's really amazing because you know it's all when somebody goes to a dental surgeon or for any kind of procedure to look good, it has got a lot to do with how do you feel about
Exactly.
yourself,
Yeah.
what is your level of self
Yes.
esteem, and how confident you want to look, feel, and present yourself in front of people. And I let me tell you that I have been a part of this scenario because I started developing gaps in my teeth, and I just started feeling very uncomfortable about myself. And then when I went for this procedure, of course, this was not a dental surgery kind of a thing, but they had put braces and things like that. So I underwent that entire scenario where people would tell me that okay, ye acha lagega, ye nahi acha lagega, aesthetically this would look nice and that would look. I wanted to fix this issue ASAP.
Yes. And
So, I mean, how do you look, and how your teeth are? It has a lot to do with, your confidence, your self-esteem. So, yeah, of course. And the industry that you have picked up is such a relevant industry because all your people who are coming to you for dental surgery are your actual clients
and
for image and soft skills.
exactly, ma'am. And
So, in fact, my next question is that how do you combine these two skills of image and soft skills with your dental surgery? So, how do you bring that amalgamation between the two?
well, initially it was a bit tricky to find a niche, but now
Mm-hmm.
I have much more clarity about it that I don't want to go into the pain treatment of the dentistry. I want to be more focused on smile makeover, which is somewhere related to the confidence of an individual. And we have a lot of experts, dental experts, who are uh, taking care of the orthodontic and braces treatment, smile makeovers. So I'm gonna act as a bridge between my client and the dental experts. And as I have a background in dentistry, I know what's gonna work for them. So this is gonna bring a lot of holistic approach of transformation
Right.
side out, so that they can rely on a responsible person for their smile makeover as well as their outer transformation, be it their personal style or the communication. So that's how I blended it all together for my clients as of now.
Excellent. And how do you see, or rather, I would say that how did ICBI make a difference in your life when you have done this program with us for image
Ma'am,
consulting and soft
to be
skills?
honest, I'm just in awe of ICBI. I became a dentist, but I was never this confident. And I want to share a story with you. Few months back, I visited my dad's cardiologist for follow up, and he just happened to ask me very randomly that, okay, what do you do? And the
Hmm.
confidence I had at that point of time to explain what I do, the essence of my work, I mean, I was able to see in his eye that he is so much interested to know more and more about it. And
Right.
ICBA didn't happen to me if we consider that. And I was that old dental surgeon. To be honest, I was not that confident to explain it in that manner. Even people around me were
Hmm.
hearing me out. Okay, this is something new and this is something we all need. So ICBA just changed the way I looked at myself and the perception about myself, the mindset, endurance,
Right.
the way I conduct myself.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just changed after ICBA.
Amazing. That's really, really amazing. So, tell us about your journey when you were a learner. How was the experience when you entered the classroom for the first time after being a dental surgeon, back to the classroom? And then were you having like butterflies in your stomach, and did you have any kind of preconceived notion that array people are going to judge me, and everybody will think that ये dental surgeon यहाँ पे क्या कर रही है, so on and so forth. So what was your thought process when you entered the class for the first time? I would really like to know this bit from you.
Ma'am, to be honest, the most instrumental and the pivotal role that played was played by Kavita ma'am and Shalini. The very first time I
Mm.
interacted with them on call, I was very much convinced that I am going to do this because I was very much in a lost space because I didn't know what next. And they showed that conviction and belief in me at that point of time when I was interacting with them for the first time. So somewhere I was happy
Hmm.
that I'm going in a space where no one is gonna judge me. And the 4 hour sessions were never this much conversational, fun, enjoyable in my whole educational career. To be very honest, like for 10 years I was studying, I always used to resist myself to answer in class, to ask
Mm-hmm.
questions. But here the environment is totally different. You are encouraged, you are welcomed and invited to say what's in your head. And once you know that you have people
True.
around you that they're not going to judge you for what you speak or what you ask, you become much more confident. So ICBI sessions are an experience to be lived. They have booklets, they have videos, but the experience which you get by meeting the people, the trainers, how warm and welcoming they are while giving the session. So this 4 hour changed me in a period of months, and I was unaware. But when I saw the result, when I conduct myself in front of people, I was able to relate that okay, this is something very transformational that happened to me, which I was not
True.
expecting initially when I joined. So yeah, ICBI did wonders.
Excellent, excellent. And tell me, you have mentioned that you are working with people and helping them uplift their self image and self esteem. So, how do you take this holistic approach? One is that you are doing through your dental
Yeah.
surgery and all those kind of things. But after adding the skill of image consulting and soft skills, I'm sure that there is so much value addition which you can bring on the table, and people can really feel and sense that there is so much that you have to offer to them. So what is your approach that you take to deal with this kind of issue?
Okay, so when it comes to the holistic approach, people do come to me with a concern of that, okay, we want to develop our corporate styling, we want to enhance our personal styling. So I just try to be very vocal and make the environment
Mm-hmm.
comfortable so that they can come up with their insecurities and vulnerabilities. And as I did
Ah,
LB as well, the therapy thing, I just try to create an environment where they can speak up to me. And I just dig down deeper and deeper. And the moment I know that this is not just an outer appearance issue, this is something very much related to their body image issue. So, keeping their initial focus aside of personal styling, I first deal with the belief they have in their head. That okay, there are certain image issues they have, and I have to take care of it. So, once that therapy is done, then I switch to the personal styling. And they somehow get it after the therapy that okay, their body image issue was something which came up as a personal styling issue, And when I do personal styling sessions for them, the results are really amazing and much more long lasting. These are not just surface changes. I'm shifting their mindsets, the way they look at themselves in the mirror. So, this internal mindset and the outer appearance should be aligned for them. And as a consultant
True.
coach, I feel it's my responsibility to share all the knowledge that I have, and then it's up to them. I empower them to choose what they want. So, yeah, that's the holistic approach that
Absolutely.
I try for my clients.
That's really, really wonderful. And I think you just have it all. I mean, people who are, aesthetically also taking care of things, mentally, physically, psychologically. So I think this is what people need, and the environment for people to be able to speak. That's the most important thing. So I always believe that if people get an environment where they are given that leverage to speak, half their problem automatically gets sorted.
Yeah.
So great. That's really wonderful. And tell me, what was your parents' reaction to the fact that once they realized or established the fact that you want to do something beyond a dental surgery? Was that like a culture shock for them, or they accepted it like peacefully without any conflict or any kind of discussion
Well,
with you?
that's another fun story. So when I graduated in COVID, it was very much impractical to open my own practice clinic, dental clinic, and like I'm not a person who can just sit around, and so I was exploring. And the very first call when I had with Shalini, I took over 5 months to decide whether I want to do this or not. I researched thoroughly
Hmm.
about ICBI. I watched that show Image Banani Hai. And yeah,
Huh.
I searched about every consultant alumni of ICBI who passed out, what kind of work they are doing. And when I asked my dad that okay, I'm planning to do this. So my dad's reaction was that okay, I don't know what it is because this is a very new profession, but you spent 5 months just researching about it, so you have to give a shot. And and I had a gut feeling somewhere that I'm not going.
I thought he must have jumped out of the sofa when you would have said this. But that's very nice of him to say that you must explore this, and that's really wonderful. I really appreciate those people who give opportunity and believe in their children. So, that is where the success story emerges, when, you don't suppress the passion or suppress the interest of your child, and, give them the opportunity to take decisions in life. So, kudos to your father.
He still finds it difficult that how is she doing it. But when he see me introducing myself to people, helping people out just by, tweaking their personal styling and shifting the mindsets, somewhere he know that I am on the right path. And the confidence I gained after attending the ICPI sessions, it is pretty much evident the way I talk, the way I walk. So yeah, he just got to know that okay, this is something she's happy, and let her just grow in it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what do you do to keep yourself like absolutely up to the date, up to date rather? Because you know that in this industry, being and staying relevant is very important. So, what is your mantra to do that?
I exposed myself a lot to the podcast, all the continuous learning and the courses which comes up. Like after I did I
Mm-hmm.
did NLP, then I did voice training by one of the most renowned voice trainer, Munaz, who trained Harnas Kaur Sandhu, and from there I got two clients. So the more I open to the
Wow.
opportunities, the continuous learning, networking, watching, and I love reading. I read a lot of books. So whenever a client comes up with a concern, I try to find the best books and I read it. I go it thoroughly so that I can help them. So the continuous learning, networking, and in this area, I have a lot of information. But as a consultant coach, I feel it's my responsibility to come up with the best for my clients. So I try to just filter down everything, and yeah, that's how I keep up with the trend as well as give the best delivery to my clients as well. So yeah.
Excellent. And that's really, really wonderful because if you don't know what's happening, what's going on in the market, I mean, you would really be absolutely outdated. And then the client, I mean, the worst thing is that the client tells you that no, ma'am, आजकल ये नहीं हो रहा है, आजकल ये हो रहा है. So, you know, you have to really be on the top to play the game successfully. Fantastic. So, I want to know from you that what is the biggest reward of being a lifelong learner? You've been one of the examples where you are like continuously upskilling yourself. So what is the reward that you find by the end of the day?
So, ma'am, whenever it comes to the reward, like whenever I think that no, I'm unable to do it or I lack somewhere, I try 2 times harder to do it. And once I achieve it somewhere, I feel okay, there is more I can do. So, learning is a lifelong process, and you keep unpeeling yourself, you'll discover something new, that you have a hidden potential.
Hmm.
And you have to adapt with the continuous, this Gen Z is coming and everything is changing. So you have to adapt yourself accordingly. So learning is something which
Yeah.
should never stop. And I always find this question very much limiting when people ask to the kids that, what do you want to become? So this is a very limiting question. I instead ask the kids around me that what all you want to become. From the very early age, trying
True.
to make them feel that okay, once you do a degree or you accomplish something, no, that's not a stop. So like even I am wearing a multiple hats. Like I'm an image consultant, dental surgeon, soft skills trainer, NLP practitioner. But I think that I'm anticipating a lot more roles in coming future, which I can play. But at the core of it, that I'm just going to help people transform inside out with the help of image consultancy and fusing all other skills in it. Somehow, somewhere, I
Excellent.
need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So one last question for you, and this is that what is that one message that you would like to give to people who want to combine their expertise with image consulting and soft skills training?
This question
So like how you have combined your expertise of being a dental surgeon. So if there are some people who have a certain expertise, what is the message for them if they wish to explore image consulting and soft skills?
I would say that it's a self investment you are doing to yourself, and it's going to make you stand out from your field, because in this new digital era, for every particular profession, you'll find 1,000 people. But what is making you stand out? That matters. And image consulting and soft skill is in need of the hour at this point of time, because I've experienced the whole experience. I did this course for like 6 months and I was able to differentiate myself from other dental surgeons. We can never keep ignore the importance of soft skills, because our educational institutes always focus on the technical knowledge. They never prepared us to deal with the real world. So from where did you get that knowledge? Soft skills play that part, and image consulting plays its part when it comes to gaining the opportunity. Once you look more presentable, you'll automatically stand out, and once you get that opportunity, you can use your soft skills. So it's the combination that goes hand in hand, and it's not something that you learn today and you'll forget tomorrow. It's going to make a lasting impact on your mindset, the way you look at yourself, the way you talk to the people. So if you really want yourself to stand out, it doesn't matter whether you're a fashion designer, dental surgeon, or an IT professional, or in corporate. It's the need of the hour, and and we have a lot of influencers. Knowledge is everywhere, but image consultancy and soft skills bring more sustainability.
Very true.
It brings a
Absolutely.
lot of something which is very personalized. We all have our own personal style, and we have a limited resources. We are not walking on a red carpet every day that we can spend a lakh rupee on a single outfit. So how can we make the whole capsule wardrobe? So I guess that differentiates us image consultants from the fashion stylist, personal stylist, and all the fashion enthusiasts. It's always good to get inspired from them, but the clothing should be affordable, approachable, and attractive, and it should be authentic as per you. And you can never copy someone because you are a unique you. So that's where it's important
Absolutely.
for each and every individual to explore this particular profession to make them stand out.
Very true. Very true. So thank you so much. It was wonderful having a conversation with you, Ayushi. And may you rise and shine as much as you want and even more. And make the most out of your own existing skill as well as the new skills that you have added. And I'm sure that this is the best decision that you have taken in your life. So, all the very best. And thank you so much for being a part of this live session. And I had a great time understanding and learning from your experience. And this was really, really a wonderful
Thank
conversation.
you so much, ma'am. And truly, it's an honor to share this virtual stage with you, to have a dialogue with you. And one thing I've always and always appreciated and grateful for is that uh, I never felt alone even when I passed out, because like I'm paving my own path, but I have built it in community. Like the image consultants and the trainers like Shraddha, Kritika, they're the improv president and secretary. I never felt alone that no, once I passed out, I'm an alumni, I can't reach out to them or to you. So I'm really thankful and grateful for the opportunity and the hand holding which you give to every image consultant, whether it's student or an alumni. So I'm really grateful for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I always feel, in fact, being the co founder of ICBI, it's actually our responsibility, and we love hand holding and supporting. It's not that because we have to do it, we want to do it. And this is why, I mean, people say that, I mean, we always get the response within like few minutes, few hours, and you don't have to wait for like days for any kind of response from us. And that's because it's a passion. It's our passion that, we have built this entire industry, the family, the fraternity of image consulting. So, I mean, we just love what we do.
ICPI is a family which I'll never let go them. They're always around me, and
We will not let go any of our consultants. So before you decide, we have already made up our mind. And yeah, of course, it's a very joyful experience to be a part of the entire fraternity and supporting them, seeing them rise, seeing them doing really well, being successful. We really love to nurture our people. So that's something which we always will
I
continue
go
to do
down
so.
that way.
Thank you. Thank you once again. And thank you all the viewers who are a part of this live interaction. I'll see you next week. Once again, until then, this is Aayushi Badjatya and Suman Agarwal signing off for today. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Bye.